Good day, freaks. I'm here to bring something a little different to the table, the daily roll. I had an inspiration today when I was having my morning coffee that I wanted to just do a little daily channeling and really tap into what kind of energy was coming in for the day, for the collective. And it was 26 on the clock when I said that. So that's 8 energy, okay? 8 has been coming in quite a bit as sort of a number representing the template for going forward as we move into the summer season. 8 is all about manifestation, actually seeing tangible results in your material reality. It's about abundance. It's also about coming into that place of balance and power within oneself. But it's a power that comes through unification, you know, really uniting your energy with spirit or higher consciousness, however you view that. And it was 111 on the clock when I said that. So it's funny, the number sequences coming in, because I do tend to get a lot of my channeled messages through numbers, through numerology. And the whole of existence is mathematical, you know, so it makes sense. It makes sense that these numbers can be gateways to our higher consciousness and sort of being able to see the roadmap of the way ahead, how it can be charted out numerically, you know, and that can give us guidance about the sequence of actions we need to put into play in order to arrive at a particular destination. And sometimes we know that destination we hope to get to consciously, and sometimes there's a soul directive in play, right? There's that thing that's deeper. It's like in our bones. It's just like this inner pull, this intuitive calling. We're not quite sure where we're going, but we feel compelled to head off in a certain direction or contact a particular person. We don't know what might come forward of that, but yet there's that intuitive nudging there, right? There's this inner something that pulls us and directs us. And I believe that numbers can be a big gateway to accessing those layers of inner knowledge that maybe we don't always have so much at the forefront of our awareness, because it's not rational, it's not logical, and at the same time it is, right? Numbers are like the most logical, rational thing in the world. So I kind of like how that 8 energy is coming in, you know, sort of, you turn it on its side, it's an infinity symbol, right? There's the connecting point in the center that connect those two polarities, whether you see that this is spirit, right, and mankind, or whether you see that as, you know, logical mind, spiritual mind, you know, more creative mind, left brain, right? So I thought, you know, every day I'm just going to get out the dice. I'm going to give them a roll. I'm going to see what's on deck for us for the day and let the channeling commence. You know, let the numbers be what inspires the channeling session, and just see what comes forward and flow with it. And I'm really excited to do this because I've been enjoying channeling, just straight up channeling. And one of the things that I've really realized in doing this kind of work and putting myself out there so publicly with it, you know, bringing it on YouTube, I haven't really like shared with such a wide group of people before this kind of work that I do. And I've been doing this kind of work. I've been a professional reader for 31 years, okay? But a lot of people didn't know that about me, because it's not like I went around advertising it. I know people can have certain perceptions, judgments around people who do this kind of work. That's largely all related to the limitations of their belief constructs. It's nothing that I take on personally, but sometimes it can cause hassles for you in day-to-day life and just shit I didn't want to deal with. But now I'm really in this place where I had that inner nudging, that inner calling that, you know, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to put yourself out there on this level. And that meant kind of really stepping out of the closet for me as somebody who is a channeler. I do medium work. And I'm a reader, you know, I read cards, but for me, the cards they're props, you know, and there's wisdom that comes through them, and they're wonderful prompts for that inner intuition, you know, to come front and centered. I love working with archetypal imagery. I love tapping in that way. But they're more for the person that I'm doing the reading for. They're more so, they can have that validating point that comes through something, you know, tangible that they can look at, like a card, you know, that has the imagery that speaks about what we've been talking about. So for me to go to this level and just sort of put myself out there like this, it's a big leap, right? But it's also what I feel pulled to do. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it, okay? And I hope you have fun with me, you know, heading off on this sort of wild, free direction. And yeah, let's just see what comes forward. I'm going to do the daily roll here and see what is the energy in play for the collective today. What opportunities are on offer? What is the work that we have before us today? What is the play that we have before us today? And how can we come into alignment in order to give us the clearest route forward that leads to our personal blessings and fulfillment? A shake. Okay. So, I'm going to look at all sides of the die, you know. We got 3 and 1, so that's 4. We got 3 on this side. We got 6 on this side. We got 5 and 2 on this side. Okay. And then on this side, we got 6 and 4. So we got 10, 7, 4, and then we got 6 and 3 on the ends, 9. Okay. So first of all, you know, the roll was 4, 3 and 1. Okay. So we see that we're at a place of new beginnings. We're starting a new cycle. 8:08 on the clock when I said that. 8:08. I just got 808 area code may really be, you know, something substantial. Maybe there is a helpful person in the 808 area code that you need to connect with, because I was going to say is that there's a lot of new beginnings that are coming in at this time. Summer is really when everything kicks off. Okay. So right now we're just in this little pause moment before everything really starts cooking. Okay. And it all starts cooking on summer solstice and continues to build to a rolling boil by the time we hit Leo season. So end of July, August. That's when you're really going to see things starting to manifest in your life. That's when the power that's building now really ripens, okay? So what you set into motion right now is so important. It's so important for you to make sure that what you're setting in motion is really in alignment with where you're feeling that soul tug, what you feel pulled to do, you know, what's calling you. And really coming into alignment with this energy that's not just about like, okay, well, I guess I'll do that, or sure, why not? But fuck yes. Like everything inside of me is saying, this is what I need to do. Or I keep getting that little inner pull that keeps this, like, you know when you got like an idea, something comes to you. It comes to you out of nowhere. and you go, that would be interesting, you know, and then you sort of set it aside, but it keeps nagging at you. It keeps coming up. It keeps coming up, you know, reminders of it keep coming up in your conversations here and there, you know. You keep seeing signs of it, you know, out in your day-to-day affairs in the world. You know, you keep getting these reminders, these little conscious sort of like pings, like, hey, remember that idea? Those are the things that you really should follow through with right now. Those are the seeds, like, of your new beginnings, okay? 10:33 on the clock when I said that. They are the seeds of your new beginning. And with this 3 energy coming in with it, they are helpful people that you need to connect with that can help bring this into fruition. It's a very interesting sort of energy working right now, because on one hand, you're meant to do your own thing, all right? I really feel this strongly. It's about doing your own thing, but at the same time, pulling together with other helpful people that can facilitate the dream, all right? And in some way, it benefits them as well, even though it's your project or it's your business you're building or it's, you know, your dream. These other people, through playing this role of facilitator, it also opens up doors of opportunity for them, 11:33 on the clock when I said this, that allows them to actualize their dreams. So it's a very interesting energy right now. It's sort of like, you know, have you ever been in any kind of ritual circle or space, you know, space holding ceremony where people were gathered together with a common intention or a common vision, and maybe you were all holding candles, and usually one candle is lit and then you use the candle to light the other person's candle, and it goes around in a circle until, you know, that spark of inspiration has been shared, you know, with the whole circle that's gathered. I feel like it's a similar energy to that. It's a similar energy to that. By you following your dream, investing in your dream, and then connecting with helpful people, it's like it lights the fire inside of them that says, hey, I got a dream too, you know? And then they start reaching out to their people, and it sparks that inspiration in them, and it starts this real beautiful flow of energy, you know? It all gets cooking in this communal cauldron, you know, is sort of what I'm feeling the energy is like, where even though you're holding your own peace, you're birthing your own vision, that energy has this like, I got catalytic. I don't know why that word is coming in. Catalytic effect. And it sparks change in other people. And yet your energies are all kind of held in this common thread of intention. And it builds this beautiful, like, I'm getting this vision of a wheel turning. And it's like it takes all the parts for the wheel to turn. If any part of the wheel is missing, then you can't have that forward motion, right? You don't got any spokes on a wheel. That wheel's not going to have any stability. And 3 + 1 together is 4, which is all about stability. It's all about the foundation. So pay attention today. Pay attention to those initial, you know, seeds of inspiration you have that come forward. Pay attention to the people you're interacting with today, where you're feeling that resonance, like, I think I'm meant to do some work with this person. And it was 14:14 on the clock when I said that. So that's like, you know, it's the spark of change. It's the ignition of change, okay? It comes through your interactions with other people today. So pay attention to those seeds of beginning. We do have that, you know, double form message, you know, coming in very strong. And with the 10, you know, with that 10 energy, we are very much looking at, you know, new beginnings that rise out of the closing of old cycles. So there's also this piece that, be mindful today, as well as you start to get these initial seeds of inspiration. What are the areas of life that you need to bring to a close? What are the certain things that have been on your to-do list? And when I say to-do list, I don't just mean practically as in your material reality, like the daily grind type of stuff, those chores you need to do, the errands you need to run, the emails you need to follow through with, that kind of thing. But also, the emotional stuff, the people you need to talk to, that letter that you need to send, the healing that needs to be done, the things you need to emotionally release within yourself. Because as we bring in the new, we also have to make space for it by clearing out the old. So we're starting from a clear template. And that's so important when it comes to manifestation. We have to be clear in our manifestations. With the 7 energy, that definitely promises good luck. Luck is on our side. But, luck favors the bold. Luck favors those that are willing to, roll the dice, take a gamble, hedge their bets, be willing to step outside their comfort zone and go, you know what? Maybe it doesn't make sense. Maybe it isn't totally rational, but this is what's really lighting me up. This is what really excites me. This is what is making me want to move forward with, enthusiasm into my day. So I'm going to just take that first step today. And I think that's a piece that's really important, that's really coming through. There's a lot of luck that comes through, really listening to your inspirations, taking that chance. 17 on the clock when I said that. 8 energy. Again, I'm telling you, this is really a time when we're going to start manifesting what we're pouring our energy into. 17:11 on the clock when I said that. 8:11. That's it. That big blessing energy that brings the manifestation of our dreams. But it kicks off by you really just taking the risk to trust that wild impulse you have inside of yourself. And you might have a lot of your logical mind resisting it. Like, well, this doesn't make sense. I went to school. I got this degree. Like, I know what my career path is. I don't know why I'm drawn to, step outside of that box and, do work where I'm like a traveling vagabond and I can go and I can work all these festivals. Like, this is something that just came in. Maybe there's some of you that are exploring this. Like, how can I take my gig on the road? How can I, sort of kill 2 birds with 1 stone? How can I have that sense of freedom? How can I travel and take in more of life and go out and explore and have that sense of adventure, but at the same time, have that sense of balance, that stability that comes from, really having my finances in order. Well, maybe you do have an idea you can take on the road, Maybe that's the ideal place for your vision, is something that allows you that free flow movement in your life where you're not pinned down to any one place or where you're having to go every day into an office and sit in a cubicle. Maybe that's not what you're cut out for. Maybe your soul knows that. Maybe that's why you've been stuck at a certain, level of existence for a while where it's like, yeah, I'm getting by. I'm just making it. I keep my head above water. But are you really able to enjoy life? And what does your work mean if you're just living to work? You're supposed to be able to work for a living, Work for a living where, the investment you put in your work, it gives back to you. It enhances your life. And if you're doing something you love that frees you up, so much the better. I feel like a lot of this is coming in relation to work. I am getting that very strongly. And I feel there's this piece with that 6 energy that came in that's all about really aligning with your purpose, okay? And aligning with your purpose when it comes to the work you do. A lot of people view these things as separate, like their deeper soul's calling is one thing. We'll compartmentalize that over there. And then my actual like spiritual, spiritual calling doesn't have anything to do with, how I make my money, how I pay my bills. And I think that we're really being asked to, transcend. Oh my gosh, sentience. We're being asked to transcend that and to understand that no, the work that you're here to do is actually that work that lights up your soul, because that's how your gifts come forward. That's how you move into that place of abundance. That's how you really utilize your life, because then you're using your life as a vehicle to express your ashe. And if you don't know what ashe is a Yoruba concept. It speaks of your soul's essence, and it's those things that you do, that when you do them, whether it's singing a song or writing a story or public speaking or cooking a meal for people you love or tending to nature or caring for animals, whatever it may be. It's that thing that you do that when you're doing it, you feel the most you. You feel tapped into your true soul's essence. And you are meant to share your ashe with the world. That is what you're here to do. And when you do that, and when you find a vehicle for that, that actually is the way that you can support yourself financially. And it was 21:33 on the clock when I said that. 333, triple Trinity energy. That's when it all comes into alignment. Mind, body, spirit. That's when you experience that connecting point of the 8 energy, that infinity energy. You become the center of that. You become the creator, and your manifestations, your visions that you hold and how you direct them outward through the tangible actions you take, it branches out into all directions. 22 on the clock when I said that. I'm telling you, this is coming in really strong today. And I believe that today there is some very helpful people. There's some also helpful spiritual guides out there. They may come in human form. You may have a conversation with a stranger that, really awakens something in you or reminds you of something you've always known, but you've forgotten. Maybe dusts off a dream, okay? And this is your initial spark of inspiration that's going to carry you forward into this new beginning energy that comes with the summer. And what you put into motion at this time is just going to sit there. It's going to ripen on the vine. It is going to get so sweet and juicy so that you are really ready to pluck it and enjoy your harvest. Really savor it when you hit that fall season, okay? Beautiful new beginning energy coming in. I feel this so strongly, and I do want to pick a charm too. That's also going to be part of this little daily channeling that I'm going to do every morning when I wake up. I think just set the template for the day. I got to it a little bit later today, but I didn't plan on doing this, okay? I just got a soul tug to do it. And so I kind of like just flowed with that energy and said, let's see what happens. I'm going to play with it. Have fun. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let's see what our charm for the day is. What is our charm for the day? Okay, it's funny. This came up before, right? We're moving forward. We got the car, right? We're about to get that forward motion we've been looking for. And I feel like we're going to be riding in style. I really do. It's like it's a sweet ride, We got that top down. We got the wind in our hair. We got that sun beaming down on us. It's warm in our spirits, warm in our souls, and we're just really feeling the freedom of that freedom of the open road. We've been sort of held up at the crossroads for a while, and now there's this movement that's coming in, and we're ready. The engines are revving. We're ready. We're ready to put the pedal to the metal and gas it up and get moving straight toward our destination. And I think a lot of you are going to be surprised where it ultimately leads. But pay attention today, because there's a lot of helpful messages coming in, a lot of helpful people. The guides are going to be out in full force. Okay, your ancestors are going to be talking to you. And be on the lookout for those earth angels, you know, those people that you encounter where you're like, that was an interesting interaction. How curious that they said that just like that. That's really speaking to me, okay? There's a lot of clues that are going to be in your environment about how you can align with your purpose right now, where to set your sights, you know, in moving forward. Where is the path? Like, there's people coming in to help you get on the right route, you know, so you can move right ahead to your destination. And I think when you get there, you're really going to be surprised what you find. Okay, so 25:55 on the clock when I said that, that's, you know, that 5 energy, triple fives, that's talking about the change, you know, coming in. It's going to happen swiftly. There's an unexpected element to it. I think you're going to be surprised where you end up. Plus the 2 and the 5, that's 7. You know, it's good luck. There's blessings. There's blessings that come in through the change. But fortune favors the brave, you know, so you got to take some risks. You got to roll that dice, all right? Take your chances. And with the triple 5 energy, that's 6. It all puts you in alignment with your purpose. Look for your vision, your initial vision to get hatched today. Really pay attention to what happens today where you feel that inner pull like, I never thought of that. That's what you need to pay attention to. And hey, if this resonated with you, if you like, you know, this new element that I'm bringing in, this sort of daily read coming from, you know, a roll of the dice, you know, just sort of seeing what are the, you know, numerical energies in play. You know, all of existence is mathematical. So I just love this piece of sort of working with that energy and just letting the download come in instead of having to, you know, pull out cards to let the story unfold. I sometimes just really enjoy stepping into this steady stream flow and writing it out, you know, letting whatever wants to come through. And I do want to play with this more. It really resonates with me, and I hope it resonates with you too. So if you were feeling it, you know, or if it brought forward insights for you, please do, you know, drop a comment, let me know, give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate seeing that people enjoyed the read, that they, you know, resonated with the message that came through. And for those of you that have subscribed to the channel and continue to drop in here and watch my readings and leave your comments, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all so much. It's been so helpful for me, and it's been really good for the channel too. And you're a big part of building this dream. You know, there's that energy right there. Like, this is my dream. It's my vision. It's what I feel really pulled to do. And it was a big like leap outside of the box for me. But I felt that soul tug. I'm like, I don't know why I'm supposed to do this, but I am. And so I'm going with it. And, you know, you all are a big part of that. When you take those actions, it may not seem like a big deal to you, but it really is. And you're a part of this dream I'm building. And you're right here at the beginning with me. So it really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, you know, if you enjoyed what I brought to the table, I would so appreciate it if you backed me up with a subscribe. I promise to bring more of it forward for you. And I would love to just build a wild, you know, woolly, you know, community of freaks here. You know, those of us who are willing to walk the wild ways, you know, take a journey down the unbeaten path and just, you know, find our own way, you know, through the world by connecting with other people like us who move, you know, soul forward. And it was 29:33 on the clock when I said that. Says, helpful people, let's come together. Let's help each other out and all move forward in a really inspiring way in the world today. And I hope this message helps all of you. Go out and get that day and take it in for all it has to offer. Blessings.